So hello and welcome back to Test Drive Thursday. Today we're taking a look at this Scania P add-on for the standard Scania R in the game. So let's get started by taking a look at all of the customization. So you access the mod from any Scania dealer and you just go to the normal Scania R cabin and then you click on customize. Now you may be wondering, well, how do I get the P? Well, it's actually in the cabins of the R. So here we've got the normal roof, as you can see. Just ignore the grille, we'll get to that in a bit. Much lower, much more cute, I guess. You've also got the high roof version of the P, and then obviously you got the S. So you can see the size difference there. You can see on the door, just the height of the door and everything. Much smaller truck, better for sort of more city driving, I guess. A lot easier to maneuver. But chassis, you can have all of the ones that are available for the R basically, but you can also have the low deck with this mod. It's actually a sort of additional mod to this, but you can get it from the same website, and the link to this mod is actually in my mod spreadsheet, and the link to the mod spreadsheet is in the description. So you can get this low deck here, but you got the standard 4x2, then the 6x2, long, 4, tag, mid, long, and then the 8x4, and which actually I was wrong, you can't get that with the P. We'll just have to go back to 4x2 and then go back to the normal roof. So engines, you can see here how it says the R370 here, but we do have some specific P engines which you can see by the little logo here, and that'll change that to a P370. You've also got the P410, the P450, the P500, and that is it. Obviously, you can go for a V8. I don't believe that 500's a V8. No, it's not. Yes, so you can go for a V8, which would usually be in the Scania R. It will still work, but I don't think you'd have, well, you don't have the P logo there, so it looks a little bit odd. But I guess it's a bit like a sleeper in a way. Transmission, you got all the standard transmissions available. I usually go for the 6-speed retarder. It's really quick and shifting. You may think 6 speeds isn't enough, but it's plenty really. Interior, now you can go for a full-on sort of exclusive interior, but I don't think the P-Series would have that. I believe they'd usually go for a more standard interior. They wouldn't go wasting money on sort of luxury items, as this isn't really a long haul truck. So you don't have the digital dash, then the standard sort of infotainment system here, so you'd have to stick on a sat nav. Obviously you can go for it in right hand drive if you want, which is always cool when mods let you do that, but then again it is just building on the standard truck in the game. Now I also like how they've sort of modified the interior to fit with the P-Series. For example, if I go for a normal roof like this, you should be able to see a difference in the interior. Now I'm not sure if you can actually see that, if it makes much difference, but I don't know. Well, it's realistically sort of scaled anyway for the interiors, which is what I was trying to say. Paints, obviously you can get all the normal ones available. You can't get any of the DLC paints, but you've got custom metallic, which is all you really need. Right, so you may be wondering, how do I sort of sort this grille out? So it's actually, which option is it? This one here. So if you go on here, you've got all the standard, or all of the various options for the grille. You've got space grey, paint, stock, just ignore that, chrome, black, and then that's it. All the ones with the sort of, again, this logo here are for the P-Series. If we just move on down, you can mess with the Scania logo. It does also work with the Scania sort of DLC, customization DLC with SCS. So if you got that, you've got a lot more options. I do not have that, so my options are a little bit more limited. But again, if you have that, you've got a lot more stuff to choose from. So you can mess around with this scroll here. You can either have it paint or stock. You've then got the sort of ribs, as they're called here. I think that's a cool name for them. So you can have them black, light grey, space grey, paint, chrome, or glossy black. So a lot to choose from there. You got some bull bars, which look a bit funky, to be honest. Not sure they really fit a P-Series truck. You then got the lower bumper, which when you go for the low is actually quite low, especially when compared to the high. But you've got that to mess with. Then you got the lower grille guard as well, which again doesn't really fit this truck. Door steps. You got the painted lower sections. Obviously, as you saw, you can get the painted bumper if you wish. The lights, you can have exclusive or stock, and then you can either have it paint or plastic. Being a P-Series, again, I don't think they'd go for a full-on exclusive lights. I think they'd probably go for more standard ones. But I don't actually think they make any difference to the sort of light ranges in the game. I think it's just purely a visible thing. So it's up to you which one you go for there. Door handles, got paint and then paint P-Series. I can't see the difference between them, which is a bit weird. Put a V8 sticker on the side, which is a bit funny, to be honest. You've got the sort of window surrounds here, and have a nice chrome strip, but again, probably wouldn't have that on this truck. You've got the mirrors, got the flags. I guess if you got the Scania DLC, you'll be able to sort of paint that or whatever. All the stuff in there. I've got some various P-Series light bars. Can't actually tell the difference, to be honest. The standard ones still do fit, but must be a specific P-Series design. You got a little light bar up here, which is nice, but again, probably wouldn't happen in a real truck. We've got the beacon. Around the back, we have got the air deflectors. I mean, look at the detail on this. 53cm side spoilers. I guess that's with or without the sort of plastic trim around the edge. Then up here, you've got this one. I mean, look at the detail on this. This is pretty crazy. Well, it's not plastic, it's rubber, I was wrong. 15 degrees, 20 degrees, 30 degrees. It's crazy. I love how you can adjust that. I just wish you could do it from in the cabin or whatever, or get out and sort of mess around with it, but sadly we can't do that. You've also got this one here. If you just remove that. In fact, I'm not sure how you... That doesn't fit properly, does it? That's a bit odd. But yeah, it's cool that you can mess around with all of that. Loads of different side skirts there. You got the exhaust pipe. Wheel arches. I mean, look at that. Got flat there. Those are quite nice. But I usually like to have them open when I go for painted sort of sides here, which I don't think you can do. Oh, there we go. Open paint. Yeah, I like that the most. Around the back, you can paint all the rear bumper. Then you got the mud flaps. Again, you can go for V8 if you so wish. Some more exhaust exits around the side, and I think that's it for the outside. So you can mess around with the wheel here. You can have a flat bottom one if you want, a V8 wheel, a wooden wheel. You'd have to go for that if you want a sat-nav, because I don't believe that is a sat-nav on the standard trims. And then the rest of it is just the cabin accessories like normal. So now I'm going to do a time lapse of me building this truck to my spec. Okay then, so here we are, all fully configured. Now I've gone for a fairly basic spec as I was talking through the configuration back there. I've just noticed I've gone for the exclusive lights. I didn't mean to do that. I did actually mean to go for the standard ones, but I've just had to adjust the sort of angle of the deflector up there so it matches the trailer. As I said, I just wish you could do that with a feature in the game. It'd be so much better than going back to the configurator to do that. But we've gone with the 370 engine with the 6-speed auto. We've got 16 tons on the back, only a 73-mile journey, which is pretty sort of realistic to what this truck would do in real life. So without much more to do, let's jump in, turn it on. I love the way the Scania logo just comes up. I don't believe we've got a digital speed, no. If we just leave it on fuel, I mean, look at the range, 1600 miles. Let's turn it on. See, nothing comes on over there. Wish something came on. That'd be cool. If you just turn the lights on, you can see the gear sort of selector there. Loads of buttons on the display, but I'm not going to go through everything on the dash because I've done that before in other reviews of the Scania, or new Scania. So let's get going. Pulls away just fine. I mean, I really like these low-powered engines. They don't use that much fuel. They're not sort of overpowered. It doesn't make life too easy for you. If you're going for a manual, you do have to think about your gear changes a bit more. He's just going to block the road, isn't he? Yeah. I just think they're more relaxing to drive. You just take it easier, and it's just a lot more smooth in general. So if we make these lights. One thing is to note, when you do go for a 6-speed, it does like to hold on to the gears for a bit longer than you probably like, but you get used to it. But it's really quick shifting. I mean, you put your foot down and that was instant response there. It's just really smooth. I actually really like the sound of these 6-cylinder engines. I don't think they sound too bad at all. They can sound a little bit rough when you really rev them out like I am now. But other than that, it's alright. Look at this thing. Struggling a bit up here, but it's alright. The deflector looks a little bit funny, the angle that it's at. It's a little bit extreme. Just change it up manually. But you do feel really low down in this, and he sort of corners really well because of that. I mean, he's so low. I mean, look at, there's hardly any gaps in the wheel arches. I mean, look at the gap between the wheel and the trailer there. It's hardly anything. And that is with the low deck, by the way. So yeah, it just means you just get a lot better handling. It's a lot easier to see out of. You have less blind spots because cars don't sort of hide down in front of you. You're sort of almost at the level. You're almost at sort of van height. I mean, we've got a car coming past us now. Well, it should do at least. We are doing the speed limit, so it probably won't. But yeah, it does feel a little bit weird. And I actually think I've adjusted my seat a little bit too high. Like that, I'll do. So yeah, you do have to get used to that. But after a while, it's probably nicer than being in a huge truck. I mean, if we just let this guy come past, and we'll catch up to this Volvo in front, you'll be able to see what I mean. But it's still alright, this engine. I mean, we're up to the speed limit. It's cruising along nicely. Not too loud. And really smooth. I mean, look at this car here. I mean, you feel like you're a van or something. It's kind of weird at first. But we are turning off here, so let's indicate off. Yeah, the visibility is great in this. Let's put the retarder on. I feel like the engine's cut out. That was weird. And let's put the retarder on. Maybe like a wheel locked up or something. It's kind of weird. But yeah, that works really well. Let's slow this down really nicely. And anything coming? No, we will go. I don't like the green seats in the sort of standard specs. This is a bit weird. I wish it was black or grey or something, a little bit more neutral. Sort of affects what colour you go for on the outside then, but yeah, it's alright. I think I've said this before, I do think there's quite a lot of buttons on the dashboard when you look at it, especially when they're all lit up with the lights. So in many ways I do prefer the sort of more clutter-free design of the Volvo, the new FH, but obviously this is a lot more easier to use with less features on the displays and everything. But yeah, it's going alright this. I mean, you can hear the engine here. Just sounds a little bit sort of like we're working it too hard, but it really does quieten down. I mean, we're doing 80 kilometers an hour now. We just put the cruise control on and you can barely hear it. Super quiet. Let's have a look from the outside. I mean, I love how you can go for a sort of really sort of basic spec. You've got like a mid spec like I've done with this one, or you can go full show truck if you want with the P-Series, but I don't really think that suits a truck. S's and R's are more sort of show truck applicable, if you see what I mean. These more short hop workhorses, but as I said, you can go for a full show truck if you want. If you do want that sort of low centre of gravity, low to the ground, more van-like feel, but still in the truck, you can go for that. And it's nice that you got the option to do that. And when you do have the Scania DLC by SCS, you've got a lot more customization, even more than what I've just shown you. Right, let's take cruise control off. We've got some more twisty roads coming up, so if you just drop it down into fourth by putting our foot down. I mean, look at this. It's so fun to drive. And you just get great visibility of all the sort of road markings and everything. Just got a roundabout coming up. I mean, look at it changing down. Not doing absolutely anything. Just did that all for me. There's no waiting for it whatsoever. I mean, you can sort of feel when you go for a lower engine just accelerating like this, but it's not too bad. This is probably a bad idea. This is very bad idea. Let's just get past this guy. There we are. Whoa, is he braking? Oh, I hate how the AI does that. Just brake and then you go to pass them and they just speed up again. Just one of the perks of the AI in this game. But yeah, just look at this. Corner's so flat. It's not doing bad for speed either. I mean, we're doing 90 Ks now, which is really good. We'll just go full braking. Yeah, that works well. There's a police there. Looks like we're dropping off in the port, so let's just keep going around here. See where we need to drop this off. Just follow it around. So on that journey we averaged 97 litres every 100 kilometre, which is pretty bad, but on a longer journey you'd get much better than that. Being sort of lower as well, I'm presuming it's going to get more fuel economy due to less drag, but I don't really think that's considered in this game anyway, so it won't really make any difference. Where are we dropping off? Over there. Oh, the entrance was around there. I was paying attention then, wasn't I? I couldn't really see that then for a second because I presume this gate opens. Yeah, I thought it was all part of the same fence. Ooh, what happened then? I don't think that gate opened properly. Wait there, gate. Wait there, gate. Oh, hang on. I think we need to straighten this up a bit better. Hopefully the gate doesn't shut on me now. Whoa, didn't see that. This has not gone well. No, that's pretty poor. Oh, it's taking it though, I think. So, I guess we'll just leave it there. Doesn't really matter, it's not like a proper... Oh, maybe not. It's not like a proper drop-off warehouse or anything. But there we go. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. If you did, please do click the like, subscribe for more, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.